Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Christoph here. Got some more stuff that I'm going to try to decipher from the shop at Strathmore. And still have a lot of the same ingredients. The lentils, what are these, split peas, the beans, the rice, spaghetti, canned vegetables, Tostios. So today I'm going to work with lentils some more. To make lentils, you have to soak them overnight or cook them in a pressure cooker. So a lot of people don't have a pressure cooker, so you can just simply cook them or soak them overnight rather, my bad, and then cook them the next day. So that's not so hard. Okay. Comes in a 2-pound package, which seems like quite a bit to me, but you know, more is better than less, I suppose. Just like any dried bean, they'll approximately double in size. So I'm gonna put in plenty of water in there. You know, double the water than the beans. Okay. So, just gonna simply set that aside and leave it there until tomorrow. I already have some beans that I made last time. Again, 2 pounds is quite a bit, so I have quite a bit left over. So we're gonna try to take this, so you see your ingredients. So I was thinking pasta is our carbohydrate, we've got lentils as our protein, and we got some vegetable options. Today we'll go with the peas, so I'm thinking of spaghetti with meatballs and peas on the side. So we're not gonna need these ingredients, so we'll just kind of get them out of the way. And so put our lentils in here. I feel like this is gonna make a huge batch of meatballs. So that's fun. Alright. That's probably enough to feed several people. Alright, so we need to get some eggs. Eggs are the binder. Gonna be the binder for the meatballs. I don't have any breadcrumbs, which is kind of a staple ingredient a lot of the time, so I'm gonna try to use the Tastios, see how that works out. Okay, 2 eggs. I'll just beat those lightly with a fork. Okay. I always try to be conscious of food safety with eggs, so I wash my hands after touching raw eggs. Alright, let's see, how are we doing? So I just beat the eggs right in the bowl. Lentils came from less dirty dishes. Okay. Good to the last drop. Okay. Soak that pan a little bit and stir this in. Okay. All right. Okay. We're also going to add some spices. Grab some garlic powder. We got our spike, which is kind of like a general all-purpose Italian seasoning. Some onion, basil, black pepper maybe. Okay, black pepper. All right. So, black pepper's black pepper. So can't go wrong there. All right. So here's our onion. A lot of recipes call for a fresh onion, sautéed. I don't know. I don't really have time for that today. So, all right. Here's our all-purpose seasoning. Italian seasoning. Same thing. Same idea.
Get a snack. And maybe some water.
Garlic. Lots of garlic. I like garlic. Lots and lots and lots and lots of garlic. Use less garlic if you like garlic less than me. Okay, basil. Basil's a good spice. Let's get a good amount in there, but not too much. Alright, same idea. We're just going to stir that in there. Flipping it. Not sure how. Alright, so let's see. Spices in there. While I'm doing this, I've got the pot of water, just kind of set that going on low so it can heat slowly. And then skillet for this will be for the sauce. There we go. I'm gonna move that to the side. Alright. So we need a bowl for the tostados, so you can kind of like grind them up. I'll just use like a regular bowl for that. Okay, so I got the tostados. Let's see if I can just crush them with my hand maybe. The goal is to make something that's kind of like breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are pretty crummy. These are not crummy yet. A mortar and pestle will probably look better. I got an idea. So what if I can get a coffee cup? Use that as like a mortar. We call this a labor of love. getting to close enough category. Okay, let's see. Close enough. All right, here comes our breadcrumbs. I feel like breadcrumbs, like if you get the store-bought kind, typically have some seasoning in them, like themselves. So maybe I'll add a little bit extra, well, all-purpose seasoning to compensate for that. Okay, let's mix that in now. Oh, this is missing salt. This is missing salt. Not too much salt, but a little bit of salt. Salt will help flavor. Oh, there's. Oh, out of salt. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Okay. Dirty dishes. Okay. Stay. Alright. We're gonna have to get the cookie sheet out. And move some stuff out of the way. This all the way. Alright. Okay. Alright, so get your hands wet, so hopefully less of that stuff sticks to it. And then, oh good, don't do that over the cookie sheet. Form them into balls, at least give them a nice good squeeze. I like these about the size of like a golf ball. Let's see those. Okay. Okay. One down. Freaking several more to go. Kind of like mushing it up as I squeeze it, hoping that gives it a better texture and shapeliness. Okay. Alright, this is going to take a little while.
Making another video?
Yep. Alright, I'm going to pause there. That's going to take a while. Okay, so there they are. That was fun. So let's preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Set the timer for 25 minutes. While that's going, we're going to start our sauce. Preheated the pan a little bit. Our peas. Okay. Since we got so much time, we'll just do cook the peas and the sauce on low. Tomato sauce scorches easily, so you want to keep it on low, generally speaking. Thinking of more of like a creamy sauce would be better with this, so we're gonna add some butter and some milk. Say maybe that much, just enough to make it kind of like a pink color. That's good. Okay. Pasta only takes 7 to 10 minutes to cook, so wait a little while. Start the pasta when there's 10 minutes left on the timer, and then that should be it. Except for, what am I forgetting? Probably some butter for the peas. Let's see. Okay. It's like, what is it, 2 tablespoons of butter? Alright. There we go. So we'll let all this cook and see how it turns out.